Hello, my name is Corky Mena. I'm from Bakersfield, California. For the past 9 years I've been living in Madera, California. I have a story to tell. Boy, do I have a story to tell. For the past 4 years I've been chasing something and I finally caught it, more or less. Something so important, so wonderful, it's only 2 words can describe it, and that is a true miracle. On my father's and brother's grave, and everything that's holy, and this is real. There's whole truth, nothing but the truth. A little bit about myself. I'm a disabled vet. Agent Orange got me. I'm sorry about my teeth. I'm losing them fast. I almost died twice in the last 3 months. That's a good story, but we'll get to that later. I believe, my philosophy is I believe I love everyone. About 15 years ago, my girlfriend and I went to the fair, and you know, the organ grinder that takes his head off and goes, and he takes the money and then goes in a circle and gets all the money from the people. Well, we stopped, and I had a quarter, she had a quarter, and we put the quarter down. It took everybody's, except it didn't take mine. What it did is it took my hand and started kissing my hand. It wouldn't let go. Well, the organ grinder got kind of irritated, so he yanked him and says, get the money, get the money. So the monkey went around again, and everybody said, oh, cute, do it again, do it again. So I did it again. I put the quarter down, and instead of grabbing the money, he kissed my hand. And it was, oh, that's so cute. So anyways, we didn't know why I did it, but we started walking away, and a little boy, about 6 or 7, came up to me and said, sir, excuse me. I go, yeah, youngster. He goes, you know why that monkey did that? And I go, no, tell me why. He goes, because he knows you love everybody. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, I do. I love everybody. The secret of life is creating positive thoughts. That is a giving of oneself. That is love. Everything is beautiful on this earth. Everything, everyone. Even the ugliest person in the world has beauty inside of him. He may not be able to bring it out, but if you're strong with your spirit, and you're strong with that belief and the love that you create each moment of your life, then you can make that bad person pass you by. Otherwise, if you're like most of us who are dwelling in negativeness and material things, that bad person can stop and get you. That's the power of love. There's great healing in that love, and there's protection for your children from afar. That means if your children are way over there and that strength that you have, your spiritual guides are able to come close to you, and they're able to help protect your kids or your loved ones. That's God's truth. Okay, let's get to this story. 4 years ago, I made a discovery. My mother got me a computer, my first computer, and I got on Facebook, and my brother said, Corky, why don't you take your dancing one last time for us? So I said, I can do that, bro. I used to be a dancing fool. Hell of a dancer. I could take any woman in my arms and fly. In fact, I'll tell you one more story. One more story, only one more. About 20 years ago, actually, yeah, about 20 years ago, I get, you know, time goes by. When you get older, time goes by so fast that, who knows? I was living in Mexico, just south of Rosarito. Every Saturday night I'd go to the Rosarito Beach Hotel. Great dance floor, all wood, big, huge dance floor, salsa music, and they would throw sand on the floor and make it slick as ice. One lady that was always there, I danced with her. Her name was Rosarito Rose. She was from the United States, but she had moved down there, one of the American communities. And we would cut a rug, and we'd do little ovations. You know, people, you know, enjoyed watching us dance. Well, one night, after we finished dancing, a lady about my age came up to me and she goes, excuse me, my mother would like to dance with you. Would you ask her to dance? And I go, well, where's she at? She pointed at her, and there was a little old lady. She must have been 80 to 85 years old. She had a silver sequin dress, but there was she had something elegant about her. She was beautiful. I shouldn't say little old lady. No, she was an older lady. So I went over and asked her to dance, and I said, ma'am, would you like to dance? She says, I would love to. So I told the guy to play a good salsa song. So when that music started, I mean, I've danced with thousands of women, and as soon as we flew and flew and flew and blew the Rosarita Beach Hotel away. It was the best. She was the best dancer I ever danced with. Well, when we finished dancing, she says, "You're the best dancer I ever danced with." I said, "You're the best dancer I ever danced with." She goes, "Would you like to dance one more?" I was out of breath. I said, "Man, I got to take a break. One song, because I'd been dancing with the other girl too." And she goes, "No problem, no problem." So she goes her way and I go my way. And about 5 minutes later, her daughter came back up to me and she goes, "What's your name?" I said, "Corky Mena." She goes, "Corky Mena, my mother told me that you were the best dancer she ever danced with." I go, "She was the best dancer I ever danced with." She goes, "Well, my mother danced professionally for 65 years. She danced in the movies, she danced on Broadway, she danced with Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, and the best dancers in the world. And she told me that you were the best dancer she ever danced with." Highlight of my dancing career. God's truth. Everything I tell you here, no exaggeration. It's the truth. Believe me, I don't need fame. I've always been a poor man, but I guess that poorness has kept me closer to my spiritualness. I'm not a religious person, but I am very spiritual. I believe in the power of love. You know, since I came back from overseas, that's what I've been into, and it works. And the older you get, the stronger you get with your spirit. And myself, for a long time, I told people, you know, I am living the greatest of all lives. I'm the luckiest man alive, and I meant it. I really felt I was. But then as I got older, I kind of, you know, left all my friends. I moved to Madeira, and I said, maybe I'm not living the greatest of all lives. Stuck on this little farm, and then I found what I found. And then I realized I am living the greatest of all lives. And that's the God's truth too. So anyways, so I went about trying to find a camcorder. A good friend of mine said, "Corky, I got 2 camcorders you can have for $20. I said, $20? He goes, "They both work. They're a little older, but they work." I said, "Far out, man." So he goes and picks them up and brings them over, and they were the older style Sonys. There are 2 Sonys, a 460 zoom and a 360 zoom, which are pretty strong zoom, digital zoom, but powerful. You could zoom right in, and so I'm like a kid with a new toy. I'm zooming into everything, and I get over to my TV, and I zoomed into the TV screen, and I get to a white cloud. And I thought I saw movement behind the white cloud. I wasn't sure, but I thought I saw movement. But when I tried to go farther, it got to like a black static. And I go back and forth, and I almost cut through that cloud, and then it'd be black static. Well, on the top of it, I looked at the camera, and on the top was a night shot button. I didn't know this, but I found a night shot button. So I hit that night shot button, zoomed in again. This time it cut through that cloud, and there were about 60 to 70 people milling around, talking to each other. They didn't notice me, and finally I said, and I'm recording this. Hello, can anybody hear me? Can anybody see me? When they turned around and saw me, they went. I caught them by surprise. They didn't know what to do. Then they didn't move, and right away I think the spirit world, you know, poltergeists, TVs. I